Alright, good afternoon, everyone. We got I'm going to give you all a weather update real quick. Looks like that warning has just expired. We just had a severe thunderstorm warning issued. Oh, here it is. Okay. So we just had a severe thunderstorm warning issued for southeast Crawford County until 3:15. This is with this storm right here. I think the reason why they issued this warning, when we go back a few scans, put it on our velocity map, show you what happened. As you can see, the storm, here's the storm. Let's put it in split screen and show you what happened. Alright, so watch the center dot. So the storm kind of just collapsed right there, and that's what caused the initial warning for a possible microburst, possibly. And so that could have dropped easily, maybe 60 miles per hour wind gust or so. Right now we got storms. Back to give you an update on what these storms. We got this significant weather advisory until 2:45. As you see, this is the line that has been developing over the last few hours. It's been tracking through northwest Arkansas. It's starting to gain momentum, and it's starting to gain more energy as it's pushing towards the Fort Smith area. It's been gaining a lot of energy. We had new cells develop along these outflow boundaries, and so they have been creating more storms. I'm seeing probably a hail signature in this as well. This is near Mountainburg. We're showing quarter-size hail. The potential of this, we're only showing 47%. So we could be seeing a little bit of small hail probably near Mountainburg. We're definitely about to start seeing some winds out there. Our wind maps, our velocity map are showing near 55 miles per hour. This is about to move through the Fort Smith area as well, along this boundary. So if you live in the Fort Smith area, just be on notice that there is some strong winds about to move in. So here's the line right here. Here's the surface microboundary. We're showing 50 miles per hour winds along that, about to move through Fort Smith. I'm about to check that I can see what is going on. Yeah, if you look off towards, if you live in Fort Smith and if you're looking off towards the north, you can actually see this. This is where the outflow boundary is taking place, and that's moving across 40 near Van Buren, near Arena and Rudy. And that's going to be moving right over the Garrison Bridge soon. That's coming through Roland and Boulder right now. And these two boundaries are about to meet. So we could be seeing some more cell development along these micro-boundaries over the next 20 to 30 minutes or so. When these boundaries hit together or merge together, they sometimes cause lift and can cause initial storm development, and that's what we are seeing take place right now. And so these storms are going to move towards the south. Looks like a new severe thunderstorm warning they just put out. This is going to include northern Franklin, Crawford, northwestern Sebastian, east central Sequoia counties until 3:15. For 60 miles an hour winds. The storm is moving southeast at 15 miles per hour. And then we got a new significant weather advisories until 3:15 as well. This big polygon right here. So we got storms moving through the Fort Smith area right now. We got this storm starting to weaken here in Allen Dyer along Highway 64 and Interstate 40. But we are watching these storms starting to gain intensity and momentum and start to truck towards the south right now. All right. Let's see if I can put the velocity inside this map. and try to work on this as well. So again, we got a new severe thunderstorm warning for northern Franklin, Crawford, northwestern Sebastian, east central Sequoia until 3:15. I'm gonna go with some iCams while coasting to our severe weather notice board on what's going on. I'm looking at the I-40 camera near Van Buren, and the wind is going insane. Alright, so those winds are starting to move through the Fort Smith area, and we're showing near 60 miles an hour. So some pretty strong winds are moving through Fort Smith right now. And we're going to keep an eye on that for y'all for the next little bit. So I'm looking at this other microboundary now. I'm looking at the camera near the 540 exit off I-40, and the trees are swaying really violently, and it looks like we have, I'm estimating probably 40, 50 miles per hour winds from what I'm seeing. So some pretty strong crosswinds if you're in a high-profile vehicle. It's like, I'm gonna go back to radar, and we're watching cell. I'm looking at some cells that are developing here. It's like along this boundary here, moving through Logan County and Yale County. And I'm watching these storms. I'm watching for that. Looks like we're having a small delay in redevelopment core right here along that boundary. But there's some pretty strong winds along that boundary. Winds are up near 60 miles per hour, according to radar. So we're gonna keep an eye on radar. I'm gonna watch where these storm boundaries intersect. The winds from this one that went through Charleston aren't as strong as the one going through Fort Smith right now. This one is showing near 30 to 35 miles per hour. It's not as strong, but it's still some pretty gusty winds. Cedarville, near the Cedarville area, near Short, Uniontown, and Bellefonte, we're showing up to 55 to 60 miles per hour winds along that boundary where I was talking about where the 40 camera is. We're showing 55 to 60 miles per hour winds. So some pretty significant winds are moving through Metroplex right now. Well, let's see what the hail indicator. So we're showing some big chunks of hail on the radar near Mountainburg. The biggest area, the biggest hail core is going to be just to the southwest. And it's showing quarter-size hail. There is some hail, small hail probably moving through Mountainburg, marble size, and then we're showing some out near Lake Fort Smith, just to the northeast of Lake Fort Smith, just west of Cass, up near marble size. Looks like we got a 60-mile-an-hour wind gust reported near Winslow. So it looks like more storms are going to be developing. My guess is that it's going to start developing more west. So we definitely need to watch this area near Alma, along 49 and 40. As we got some strong storms moving through. Watching this one near Charleston. The wind inside is up near 30 to 35 miles per hour. We're still showing some pretty sharp winds moving through the north side of Fort Smith. The winds up near 60 miles an hour. Just went through Grand Avenue. That's along Grand Avenue. There's Kelly Highway, so it's going to be US 64. It's going to be across the Midland Bridge. So there's the 540 bridge. Now, if you're going across the 540 bridge, expect some pretty strong winds within the next few seconds or so. 60 miles an hour. Moffett looks like got some weaker winds, only near 40 miles an hour. The core looks to be is moving through Fort Smith, about to go down Rogers Avenue. Going to go through Barling. Next, it's going to be Hackett, Greenwood, Mansfield, Washburn, and then it's going to move on into the Washita's, and got to keep an eye on there. And it looks like more storms are developing along this boundary, so I'm definitely going to keep my eye on more development as the afternoon goes on. And this severe thunderstorm warning is until 3:15 p.m. Still showing a little bit of hail just the north of Rudy, near dime size. Showing some pockets of hail near pea size around the Rudy area, near just north of Alma along I-49, Highway 71. We're showing marble size hail, extreme northeast Crawford County. I'm watching the I-40 camera near the exit 7 where it emerges to 540, and there's a lot of rain and there's a lot of wind, so be careful if you are going onto the roads near Van Buren and Fort Smith as this storm continues to blow to the south. Watch for redevelopment along this line. I haven't seen any except here in central Crawford County, so I'm waiting for more storms to develop along this line. So definitely need to keep an eye on that. Yeah, I'm definitely going to keep an eye on the Barling, Lavaca, Greenwood, Washburn, Fort Smith, Van Buren, and Alma area for the next 20 or so minutes. This is our velocity map. You can see where these brighter colors are right here. These are the areas of stronger winds. And we got a core of winds just south of Rudy. This one's showing near 60 to 65 miles per hour, and this one's showing near 60 miles an hour as well. This one near the Walmart on Kelly Highway. This one's actually showing near 65 miles per hour, 65 to 70 miles per hour. Good grief. This one's near exit 2 along 64. This one's showing near 60 miles an hour. This one's along 40. I-40 near the state line of Arkansas, Oklahoma, near 60 miles per hour. So this gust front is blowing through the Fort Smith area, and we do have more showers and storms developing along that gust front, so it do need to take caution on that if you are on the roads, especially when these boundaries are merging, because that could cause more lift, which can cause more storm development. All right. Good. All right. Point four of that one. Okay. Just watching. Alright guys, y'all are taking a look from the I-40 camera near the way station. Here in Crawford County's heavy rain, there's very heavy rain, very strong winds out there right now. This is moving towards the south. We got lots of redevelopment along this boundary, moving towards the south. Let's go back to the Viper Doppler radar, show you what is going on. Exit the screen. Alright. So this is what we're showing right now. Some more redevelopment right there along that line. The winds on this, so if you're driving on Highway 59, there's a core 65 mile per hour core winds along Highway 59, and I'm looking at the I-40 camera, and there's just lightning, there's heavy rain. I can't even see like within 30 or 40 yards of this camera. It's pouring down over there near the way station. Very heavy rain. And this is moving towards the south, towards Lavaca, Barling, Greenwood area. So that is a heavy core going to be pushing through Barling, north side of Barling, near on the east side of 540. Yeah, it's a heavy core. Still showing some pretty intense winds in the Van Buren area right now. Up near 60 to 65 miles per hour. Near the river, showing up near 65 to 70 miles per hour. If you have any storm damage reports, please send those in to our Facebook page, River Valley Weather, and we will check those out and we will post those later on. Still watching that core near Van Buren, showing near 65 miles per hour winds. Looks like we have more development out here near the Greenwood area, near just to the west of Chisholm Village, to the northeast of Washburn. But I am watching this core right here, moving through Greenwood Central City, and then I'm watching this boundary, so I'm going to watch for redevelopment along near Barling and Lavaca. Not as much hail as we're showing earlier, but we're showing a lot of wind. So wind damage is likely here on the northeast side of Fort Smith, east side near Barling. So we're showing a lot, very, 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 very heavy rain. Especially showing on this icon, you can't even see. And there's a lot of wind as well, so there's a lot of energy being used in these storms right now. And this is about to dive right into northeast Fort Smith. So localized flash flooding could be possible, especially along 40. Okay, so these areas could be prone to flash flooding. Van Buren, Rena, Rudy, Alma, and Mountainburg, Dyer, Kibler, Fort Smith, and Barling, possible. Lavaca, possible. These areas that are seeing very heavy rain are going to continue to see heavy rain for the next little bit. We're watching this heavy core come down. This is moving to the south. It is right now moving to the south. and it's moving very slowly. So areas like Alma, Van Buren, so Highway 64, Highway 71, I-49, I-540, and I-40 could have a potential flash flood zone. So if you're going to drive in those areas, do take caution. Some very heavy rain, there's a lot of lightning, and a lot of strong winds as well. And that is now pushing into northeast Portsmouth near Mazard, near the Walmart on Mazard Road. And it looks like we got more development. Here's some more development right here in North Fort Smith. Not as strong as winds though. Is that radar loop? So we got more storms developing along here. So it's now pushing near the airport. Some strong winds near the airport showing up near 55 to 60 miles per hour. Showing some slow traffic along I-40 and I-49. Looks like we got a new severe thunderstorm warning. This is going to include western Franklin, southeastern Crawford, and central Sebastian counties until 3:45. This is for 60 miles per hour wind gusts. And we do have that, and that is and these are true winds blowing through. And it looks like the wind core is actually starting to get bigger. So areas like Greenwood, Hackett, Bonanza, South Fort Smith, Jenny Lynn, these areas, Barling, Lavaca, these areas need to be cautious. As we get very strong winds going to be pushing through. And those winds are going to be up near the 60 to 65 miles per hour mark. Really keyboards. Alright. So I'm trying to watch the way station out here near on 40, and it's starting to have some technical issues out there. Definitely a lot of heavy rain out there. So it looks like this is starting to truck the Fort Smith area now. So definitely going to be watching these as they push towards the south. So I'm watching this core. It looks like it's starting to gain a lot of strength as it's moving through Van Buren and Fort Smith. Along Zero Street, and that's Highway 71. Here's 540. There's Rogers, Zero. It's going to be Kelly Highway, Grand Avenue. And it's just straight down, and it's upwards near 60 miles per hour. Highway 71, these winds are near the 50 mile per hour mark. Near Greenwood. So a ton of rain is falling right now, and flash flooding could be likely. I'm watching that core near the Barling area. And near radar side, it's showing 60 miles per hour. And looks like that gust front is about to go through cross Highway 10 through Hackett, Rock Island, went through Bonanza. The winds there are near 45 miles per hour. It's going to go through Jenny Lind and Greenwood area. It's about to hit the Walmart Supercenter right there on Highway 10, West Center. Winds are showing up near 40 mile per hour. Now inside the bed of the storm, that's where the winds are near the 60 to 65 miles per hour mark. Along this front right here, this gust front, we're showing near near 40 miles per hour. But this storm is just dumping right now. As you can see, the development on this storm is getting crazy. Now this is about to go through the Greenwood area as well. It's about to go through Pensacola, Spiro, Fort Coffee, Panama, Poto in the next little bit. We're waiting for the our next wind velocity update. And these winds are pretty strong. They stretch out all the way here through Haskell County. You can hear the thunder right now. And the winds are near the Hackett, blowing through Hackett right now around 50, 55 miles per hour. It's blowing through the Fort Smith area right now around 60 miles per hour. It's about to come through Greenwood. It's moving through the west side of Greenwood. So that will be the wind velocity loop. And this storm looks like it's just taking a direct turn near the Pensacola and the Hackett area. Looks like I released another wind boundary. Winds are showing passing through Hackett at around 45 to 50 mile per hour. If you look outside, it is pretty dark out there as well. Still watching some pretty strong winds out near the Barling area. Heavy rain core is pushing through as well. East core is about to go, is moving south. This wind core is moving south towards the Midland, Huntington, Hartford area, and Cameron. Watching the development of these storms. It looks like this camera is slow. There's a lot. So if you are out on the roads right now, there's some very heavy traffic, very slow traffic along the interstates. 49, 40, 540. I'm not surprised with all this weather. So do take it slow out there on the interstates. Could be some ponding on the road as well. Looks like we had wind damage report here in Portsmouth. Looked like there's trees and power lines down here on the north side of Fort Smith. On Grand Avenue. So some very, very heavy rain pushing through Fort Smith right now. Some very strong winds as well, along with Hackett. 60 miles, showing near 60 miles an hour winds. Clouds are moving at a fast motion right now. So that's that heavy rain core in the Fort Smith area. Near Barling and Hackett. It's the right orb. So this front and this front, they're just controlling a big cluster of storms, moving along the line, moving south. So the areas like Hackett, West Greenwood, Hartford, Mansfield, Monroe, near possibly Poto, and these areas could be seeing some very heavy storms within the next little bit. Still going to keep my eye on this little section area near Lavaca, see how it plays out. So this one's just taking a dive towards the south, and it's taking a whole lot of winds with it, near 65 miles per hour. Good grief. So near 65 miles per hour. This is between Hackett and Highway 71. Not showing not a lot of hail with this. Now we're showing just a lot of wind and a lot of rain and a lot of lightning as well, just with this. So that basically sums up what's going on. Is we got this big cluster of storms right here that went through Fort Smith and Van Buren. That's now diving towards the south along this gust front, and it's going to be causing some wind damage, possibly some wind damage, and a lot of heavy rain, possibly some localized flash flooding concerns, and a lot of lightning as well, as you can hear in the background. It looks like a new severe thunderstorm warning. This is for southern Sebastian County until 3:45. So guys, this basically wraps it up, showing what these storms are doing. We will keep you posted on our Facebook page, River Valley Weather, and we will keep you up to date. Have a good night. Have a safe night, everyone.